Okay, I think we're good to go. I've got my drink, I've got some supplies, and we've got the game up. Okay, hopefully this will run better than Hubris did on Monday. Hello Internet, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to my time at Portia. Rather interesting little game. Now I'm gonna continue from where I left off at Tap and Hope. Yeah, I'll show you what this game is. I need to turn my audio down. There we go. So this is a sandbox building game. There's no concerns about having to worry about food or water or anything like that. It is literally just time management. Yeah, I think that's fair to say that it is basically just time management. So this is along the veins of the Stardew Valley type of games. There's this one and there's another one that's recently been released by the Starbound developers. Now I was slightly put off by that because, well, it was the Starbound developers, and you know what, I'm gonna just wait until the game's actually near enough of a release state. Right, just need to craft all of those. Right, so this is the game. You start with a sort of a small workshop, and you add machines and buy additional space for you to be able to construct in. You can also upgrade your workshop, assembly machine and workshop itself. You can also add in bits of furniture into the workshop, which will give a stats boost, and then you can track it through this tablet. So at the moment I've got a stamina boost of 29. Now the stamina bit is actually really important. You see, all the actions that you take throughout the day, barring walking and jumping, or dashing is fine as well, but any actions such as chopping wood, mining, fighting, all that sort of thing, it reduces your SP. So you got your HP, which is your health points, and SP is your stamina points. When you run out of stamina, you then can't actually... Okay. When you run out of stamina, you then can't actually... The stream is being weird again. Are we back? I think we're back. Right, okay. When you run out of stamina, you then can't harvest anything anymore. So as we chop, our stamina goes down. To get your stamina back, there are apparently food items that can replenish your stamina, but the main way to do that is to sleep. So throughout the day you are just thinking about what you're going to do. Right, I need to put some more fuel in this thing. Right, so that's making bronze plate. That's not making anything at the moment. If I go into... yeah, there we go. Right, so assembly. So we've got our crafting table here. Crafting is instantaneous in the work table. This is a level 2 work table. Then we've got all these machines here, and it all takes time for things to happen in these machines, apart from the assembly machine and the work table. The assembly station is slightly different. You create a hologram of an item, and then you add parts to that item that's on the assembly station. And you do that by flicking through here. Now I've currently got the DD stop lined up, so we're going to start adding to that. So you've got to select the item, and then you place the frame, and it adds it to the item. This is to create a network of car stops throughout Portia. Actually, we've got a... so we've ranked number 3, and we got some rewards for that. A data disc and a power stone. We'll talk about the... Ooh, the blender. Interesting. Right. Well, anyway, ooh, that's got me loads of data discs. Excellent. So let's talk about Portia, shall we? So, we're currently in the after effects of an apocalypse. So this is post-apocalypse, where people have recovered, but there's a certain distrust now of technology. You find technology in the ruins, and actually I'm not going to hand in the data disc yet. I'm going to go to the ruins, and I'm going to dig around for one more data disc. So hopefully I can get some better stuff. And also that cotton is done, and I need to dump a load of stuff off in my storage. Loads of things, and I'm going to have to start using this storage box around here, I think. Let's get the copper out. The game has a bit of a problem at the moment with stacking things up properly. But all my ores and my metals and my stone can just go into there for the moment. The eyeglass, the power stone. And that should do for now. Right. Let's go mining, shall we? So, the ruins. So the ruins are where people hid whilst the killbots roamed the surface. Up until when this guy saved the world. Somehow. As a result, as I said, people are a little distrustful now of technology. Certainly these data discs, they should really be destroyed, except if you hand them into the research station, they give you blueprints for finding these data discs, because they can get the data off of them. The way you get the data discs and the way you get artifacts...
When searching the hazardous ruins, you'll...
Yeah. I don't know about that. The way you get artifacts is by going into these abandoned ruins. Now there are a couple of different types of abandoned ruins. There's these ones, which are reasonably safe, and there are hazardous ruins. Oh yeah, you get a jetpack and you get an artifact finder. Let's have a look to see if there's any artifacts. Not round here, but there may be some just over here. Right, yeah, so I am looking for artifacts down here. Data discs are sort of, they're not technically artifacts, these things, but we'll find artifacts as we mine. Anyway, so I've found some steel cable. What I am actually looking for is springs rather than that, but, well, oh, there's something just there, so we'll just mark that and then mine over to it. That's a power cube. Power cubes basically make everything run. Let's have a little bit of a dig around to see if we can find a data disk. This may not be a long stream just because I'm having so many issues. Ooh, I found some lubricant. Yeah, I'm having some streaming issues, so this may not actually be a long stream tonight. But there we go, one more data disk. So I'm going to just jump back to the start. It's really nice that you can dig around and then you can just go to the map and hit E and it will just return you to the front. Now this game is made by Panthea, who made Planet Explorers. Now Planet Explorers I do own. I didn't really get on with it because it didn't seem to have a huge amount of direction. What on earth, flying pig? Oh right. Okay. It didn't seem to have much in the way of direction, and as a result, I just grew bored of it. Really. That said, Pantheon at this point has teamed up with Team 17, who of course brought us worms back in the day, but they also brought us things like Sheltered, wasn't it? Yeah, Sheltered. So, you know, they're, you know, a good publisher for them, because they kind of know what they're doing with games. And I think that's quite valuable for... I think it's quite valuable for developers to team up with smallish publishers who know what they're doing. I'm looking for a certain person. Ah, here we go. Petra. You can hand in your data discs to Petra.
Did you discover something new? The data corruption on these discs.
And yeah, that's basically to get you research for stuff. So anyway, there is a demo for this. You can download the demo off of Steam, which is, but it's basically just an early alpha. There's slightly less in the game. It only goes up to bronze tools because they've locked that the ruin that I've just gone into to get the data discs. There's sort of, you can only be a male character. There's just generally less stuff to do, but you know, it's a demo, and it's a fair representation of what the game is. I need to harvest this. Excellent. That will finish that, so I can now go and finish this quest off. Where's Emily? Down here. This huge farm. Just check. Yeah, I've got space. Actually, do I have enough to open up another? Oh no, I need 600 golds. Yeah. So the other game that's out at the moment, which is similar to this, is Paxel. I was sort of put off by Paxel on the basis that it was Starbound developers, and you know, in that situation, I would probably rather just sort of wait for. Oh damn it! She's closed the doors. Do I have to go to Hazardous Ruins there? Just having a quick look around. Oh, there's more Hazardous Ruins over there. Right, okay. It's a reasonably small map, but it's a fairly dense one at the moment anyway. There seems to be more stuff over here, which I haven't explored. And there's also the Haunted Mine down here. But yeah, this is just a nice world. It's not... you know, a Minecraft-esque world. It's more of a Stardew Valley-esque world, and it's got a little bit more aim. You know, you've got your quests that sort of guide you through what you're meant to be doing. They hold your hand a little bit more, and I really don't mind that. In that, if the alternative is something like Planet Explorers, where it's very sort of do what you like sort of world. I think a little bit more sort of aim is useful. And I might want to put on some more bronze actually. That's 10, yeah. Bronze on. I need a lot of bronze at the moment. All of the sort of stuff. Ooh, that's only 3 fibre cloth. Do I have that? Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong one again. This is the one I want. No, that's more sort of metals. Oh, I've got 3 fibre cloth. Excellent. I might be able to finish this one. There you go. So we get a DD stop. We now need to find a place to put it. So there's 2 in the world already. We've just got to find where the other ones are. Well, we'll sort of run through the world, and it will it'll give us a hologram wherever a stop needs to be placed. And from the looks of it, they are sort of they put them in reasonably sort of obvious areas. So I mean, this area could probably do with one. It's just a case of where it is that it's meant to go. Probably out here, I would think. She's got a quest for me, and I've got to defeat her in order to get access to the hazardous ruins. She's level 25. It didn't go well last time I tried. But there's no sort of death in this. It's sort of you faint, you return back to a spot. Where is... That's Remington. There might be one up here somewhere. Just sort of running around the town carrying a bus stop essentially. Well, it's more like a tuk-tuk shop stop. Up here? Is there one up here? Can I go to... You get a fair amount of gold for this stuff, so it is all worth doing. This is more of a mainline quest, and sort of might even accidentally catch the thief doing this. So we're just running around with this tuk-tuk stop. I say tuk-tuk because they are basically tuk-tuks, free-wheeled cars, essentially. I do wonder if... there needs to be one down at the bridge. Which is over here somewhere. There we go, there's one. And we'll get a tuk-tuk back to the workshop. Oh, the service is stopped for today. Oh, great. We can make our own tuk-tuk as well, and you can also make your own plane, which is rather interesting. I haven't quite got that far yet, but I suspect I need a larger assembly thingamajig. But for now... Oh, yeah, well, I'll queue up a new one. So, this is the book that's got all the stuff in it. I unlocked some new stuff, actually. So, got the grill, got the water, cooking sets, removable battery, DD, blender. What does the blender do? I would assume this is something that I cannot make yet. I would need to, like needing carbon steel bars and all that. Yeah, not going to be able to make that yet, but we can queue up a new one of these. So, planks, and then the rest of it is just needing copper bars in various places. Right, okay, I'm gonna go and sleep. No, because basically everywhere's shut at this point. Right. And a new day. It's a really good game, actually. I have to say, I've been having quite a lot of fun with it. It's one of those games that you just kind of sink into. Happily sink into. Ooh. Got. Can I make a new? No. I can, however, make bronze pipes. Yeah, might as well refuel it with another power stone. Because I've got loads of power stones for some reason at the moment. So your power stones. Yeah, I've got loads of them. The power stones are basically for running your machines. And yes, I do have a tennis racket as well. Ooh. Research. There's a lot of information for us to go to. Mail the results within 4 days. Ooh, that's going to be something interesting. Also, we need to grow some more things. I need to start getting a farm up at some point. A proper one. The stuff that I've got at the moment is alright, I guess. But it could be better. So, that's all making bronze bars. I'll just craft up a load more bronze bars into there. I'll go and buy some more of that cloth because it's reasonably cheap. And then I can finish that quest, and that'll be it done. It'd be nice to have some tuk-tuks generally around, and I probably will make another one for myself. They said, you know, in the game, they said, you know, you've got to go into these hazardous ruins to find engines, and by that point, I've just dug up 3 of them. Ooh, and there's a skill system as well. So every time you level up, you get a skill point, which you can then sort of invest into the skill tree. It's kind of like, I want to say Bioshock, I don't mean Bioshock, Borderlands style of quest tree, in that you've got to fill all of one tier to get the next tier unlock, and it's 3 trees worth. So you've got your battles side, your gather, and your social. Haven't put any into social yet. I've been mainly going down the gathering bit, just to make my life a little easier. Give me a 20 for that. Yeah, right. Do get quite a lot of it. The rest of it I'm keeping from there. However, if I go over to this one, so I need 3 of these. See, I thought it was 5, but it's, I don't know. Anyway, it's 3 of this fibre cloth, and then that will go on, and then I've just got all the bronze bits to make, essentially. Also, I need to go and speak with Emily, who is in the middle of that field right now. Just to kind of complete this quest. She gave me the planter boxes, and she wants me to... Oh yeah, and there's a thief around who's stealing things. I might be able to gift her a new bucket, because I've got a bucket, I think. It's very strange that I turn up and suddenly there's all this theft in the area. Oh, could could have sworn I had a bucket somewhere. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's that. Where was she? She was in here a minute ago.
I'm missing a pair of old shoes.
Oh well. I'll try and give her that bucket when. Oh, we've run out of fuel in there. Okay. So you got a tiered tool system. So you start off with your basic pickaxe and your basic axe. That can only really deal with sort of small things. And then you got your bronze stuff, which does better stuff, and your iron stuff, which does even, you know, bigger trees and bigger bits of stone in the world. And it also allows you to get rarer sort of ores and wood things. I'm probably not describing it very well. Basically, yeah, it's a tiered. You know, you've got your standard sort of tiered tool system in the game. Oh, we're already max capacity. Nice little thing, this. Basically the tier 2 version of that. Right, she wants planter boxes. Go small planter boxes. So I need to find some animal feces, which should be reasonably easy to get. Wooden boards, that's going to be the awkward bit. Just because they take time to make. She wanted 3 planter boxes. Okay, we can probably do that. Whilst all the bronze crafts. Just gonna deforest. The trees do grow back, so you don't have to worry about deforesting the area, or you know, having to replant trees or anything like that. It's not that sort of a game. It's more, well, it's build stuff, build up. But there's no sort of, I guess, risk. I mean, the only risk that I've really seen so far is that you might accidentally manage to kill yourself with a llama. You know, by attempting to kill a llama, not, you know, llama falls on you or something. Yeah, it's also very stingy with how much space you get. So that little expansion here, and you can kind of see where it's sort of where the fence went around here. That was 1,500. Now for this one, it's 15,000. So yes, and I expect that one's going to be a reasonably large plot, I would hope, but there's always a chance that the 15,000 is literally just that bit. So yeah, right. Yeah, if I do. That will take 6 hours, or 6 in-game hours. It's not actually 6 hours, it's 6 minutes basically. Whereas this one will take 1 minute 30 to make. Oh, and we need to grow some more seeds. And get some more feces. Yes, I think it's in the. There should be some in here. If not, we can check the llamas. But is it in here or is it the cow pen? Where's the cow pen? This is more sort of small animals. I want big animals really. Sheep, prancing sheep. That should be. Yeah, there we go. So she wanted 3. Now I basically need to find 6 VCs. And some pumpkin seeds, apparently. Any more? You know, just while I'm here, sort of thing. Pumpkins. No, more prancing sheep. They're not. No, right. Well, that's all we need. I was thinking about possibly having some more for myself. Making some more plant boxes for myself, I should say. And then sort of putting them around that newer bit. But never mind. It's a really, really good looking world. You know, it's slightly sort of cartoony, I guess. But it's not. You know, it's somewhere between sort of reasonably realistic and reasonably Minecrafty. You know, it's sort of that sort of curved. It's stylized. It is all stylized, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Right, let's go to here. So now we just need the bronze plates, which we won't be able to do quite yet. So wooden board. No, craft more of them. Just thinking about getting some more wood, see if we can just queue up a load of planks before sleeping. But yeah, I should note, you do have the social aspects of like Stardew Valley-esque type of things, but you've also got the construction stuff. I tend to focus more on the construction stuff in general. It's not totally because I hate people, but you know, that's an overstatement. No, it's one of those. Oh well, I'll just sort of, I'll do this first. I'll get myself to a good point. I want an auto sort. Well, I can sort that and I can sort that, but I can't easily put these over here, which is a bit annoying. But I can make one of those. There's a fair amount to do in this. So one of the missions I had to build bridges, or a bridge. So there's now a bridge over here. So they might do more with that, with the bridge mechanics. I've also found a sort of a destroyed elevator over there that I couldn't work out how to fix it, but it's possible that at some point that will be sort of fixable in some way, or. You know, there seems to be an island over here, so maybe the bridge build. You know, you'll be able to build bridges between areas. I mean, there's a path that sort of stops there and starts again down here. So I don't know. Kind of have to see. Right, so that'll be 2 bronze plates for that one. And we're sort of 2 boards short of getting the last tuk-tuk shop. Something that I quite admire, I guess, is sort of the idea of the tuk-tuk. A long time ago I was in Thailand. They weren't tuk-tuks, what we were. I don't even know how to describe them. They were sort of, the back was sort of almost so you had your 2 seats either side. It's almost like benches, basically. They were basically sort of taxis for 8 to 10 passengers. So you've kind of got your benches down each side for people to ride in. So that bit was on 2 wheels, and then the front part, I believe, was sort of the motorcycle front. Very, very strange experiences. That was down in Thailand. Right, so there's one that needs to go down into the harbour. So that's where the last one's going to go. I should also note, there's nothing stopping you from building multiple machines. It's just that so far I've only got round to having one of each. So that's done one plane, so just doing the last one now. There. Just trying to clear my inventory a bit. Need that, I don't need that. Ooh. Those should be able to go into somewhere as well. Yeah. Not at the moment. So that's right. Okay. So 1 minute 20, and that'll be ready to go. Yes, I'm a little bit stuck at the moment. I might just see if there's any commerce stuff to do. Alright, what do they want? 2 rubber tyres. I could do that. $14 leathers. Ooh, no way. There's one there for another tuk-tuk, which I may end up doing. Don't know why they can't call them tuk-tuks, but anyway. Or why they're not calling them tuk-tuks. Oh, for goodness sake. Aiming can be a little bit funny in this. Right. Let's got rid of that. So let's finish that one. Sorry about that, stream just keeps dropping out, which is not ideal. just need one more. Just might need more bars. So that needs to drop in a bronze bar so that I can make this thing. These are little daily quest type things. Oh, actually, I need to let's do that one. So you can pick up a commerce commission, get quite a lot of gold, experience, and as well as some reputation from doing this. And it's things like, you know, giving leather, giving rubber tyres, giving a DD. So they're, you know, really sort of nice things to do whilst you're also doing other things as well. So, you know, this one's making wooden boards for the planter. This is why I consider it to be a sort of a time management game, in that, you know, so I've got bronze bars cooking here, I've got the wooden boards going there, I've got this in construction. All of these things are doing different things, and then at some point you think, well, you know what, I'm just going to go out and I need to get some wood, which I do need to go and do, or go and fight some things. I might try that battle with Sam actually again, as I have sort of got better, I guess. So let's leave. Barbershop. Oh yeah, okay. Spa, which is actually for a quest. Seem to be there is a dodge roll. But it is based on my stamina. There we go.
You're pretty good. Good enough that I don't have to.
So I can now go into Hazardous Ruins, which is awesome. And I'm going to check one out now. I may as well. I'm basically waiting for things to happen after all. So let's wander up here. I think it was up here. Yep, through here. And it's the collapsed wasteland. Ooh, God, this is collapsed. It's like an old dam. There's large flying beasts. It's alright, I've got a racket with me. I can beat them to death if needs be. Ah, this takes you up. Yeah, this is where the where I found that elevator. So this is the ruins of the old world, and sort of the new world has been built on top of it. So if at any time you feel threatened, you can murder something with a tennis racket, because that's just what I've got. ginger. I'm a little bit lost at this point, but yeah, might need to head back. Actually, quite nice that I'm getting this this fur, so it's going to be needed for other things. There's always something that can be used for. But I can't see. Okay, so we go into here, and then that's take us back. Ooh, there's a chest. Got all these chests sort of around. My inventory is full, is it? Okay. Let's drop the cocoon. Strange mirror. Oh, that might need to go into the thing. Okay. Right, I want to go to that one. Confirm. As I said, it looks like a tuk-tuk. I can get around reasonably easily that way. My inventory's full again. Hold on. Find. Welcome back again. Yeah, well, if the stream cuts out again, I will then give up at that point. Just finished crafting everything that I needed to craft that day. So need one more bronze plate. Oh, run out of fuel. Fine. Should be able to sort that out. Right, well, by the time I get back from the couple of quests I gotta do, then that should be ready to make into plates. So 300 gold from doing that, it's not bad. And then over here, I can go into the commerce place and get the reward for the wheels. Ooh, I've gone more pixelated. No, we're back. I think we're back now. Right. Should theoretically be now ready to finish this quest off. well, almost finished the quest off. That goes into there to make the bronze plate, which is the last one we need to make. That one's done. So 2 minutes that will be done. Then we take that down to the docks, and that's that quest then done. Okay. Right, okay. I'm very, very quickly going to say, having some problems with streaming, so I'm going to stop this episode here. So thank you very much for watching. I've inserted the Steam link into the description, so I'll see you next time.